Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again. Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say, no good deed goes unpunished.
Howdy do! Welcome to another one. I don't think this is going to be as many as the switcher and the antenna rotator or the Amiga 2000 case. It's going to be just a few. This is just a few, seeing as it went spectacularly well to start with on the first attempt. So anyway, you know what we're doing today: front dust cover and a mic holder. And how we do it, we don't know till we start to do it. Okay, without further ado, let's get on with it. So let's get the model up. So this is what we ended up with yesterday. We'll give you a quick show and tell before we do anything else. Here we go. Right, so this is what I've ended up with. I've just printed another one of these off. This is going to go under the shelf like that. Screw under there to attach that. So I've printed an extra one. Let me put that somewhere out of the way for a little while. Right, so what we've got, we've ended up with this thing. This is getting more and more like the size of my FT-710 all the time. So it makes you wonder, why don't you just use the FT-710? And maybe you should have just bought an FT-710, but by the time you put brackets on that, you're looking at something bigger. And this, at the minute, it can be stood on its end like that. So anyway, what I want to do is I want to put a little attachment here, microphone attachment, and I think it'll be fastened in here, so you can go into there. Actually, what's stopping that? It feels like it's magnetic. Yeah. So you can go into there. Oh, it's in the bottom like that. So that way, if you have it like that in your car, or if you rotate it like that, it's alright. I was looking at me. Didn't know if I got audio then. Yeah, if you have it like that, the mic holder can just swivel around and you can clip it in there. See. So, you know. Anyway, so it turned out good. Took about 3 hours, hour and a half, and another hour and a half. I just printed another one, and it's just held together with the standard 2 screws. And they just push together, and the slot it all slots together. Look, and it looks not too bad. I haven't done anything with the inside here, where the waffle is. It's not too bad. Probably could heat it up or something and do something with it. So anyway, what I want to do today is do the mic holder, but that last. The dust cover, I want to protect this. I want something that will push on here. And I've been looking at these lugs on the bottom there. So it wouldn't be nice if you could just push it over and it just open it out, or somehow it just clip itself onto the framework nicely. But you've got to be able to smack it around a bit and it's still not fall off. It's not going to be too light, but at the same time you've got it easy to get it off. So anyway, so the idea why I've done all this for this rig is I need to put this up here like that. It needs to go up there like that. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put that down. That's blooming heavy, that is. So like you say, you can drop it on the desk like that, and then you can bolt more units together. So if you imagine you got that one there, all these holes, you put your nut and bolt, and you bolt it through there like that, and you can join more up or different rigs if you keep this idea the same. So anyway, it turned out pretty good, and it all fit exactly right with no worries at all. So anyway, let's get on with this. So yeah, we've got here yeah, it worked out pretty good. So what I obviously I've got buttons and stuff to go on here. Now on the real one, it clears the buttons. You can't see, but it just clears the buttons with about 10mm, say no, about 7-8mm left. So as long as I make the cover say 3mm, 2.5mm, and just push it on and clip on and take it off. Now I see some people, they put writing on it. Now depending on how I build it, it might be too difficult to put writing on it, like Yaesu written on it or the call sign. Depends on which way I print it, because I've got to print it like that. I've got to print it with the legs, the face down. So yeah, might not have to put it'd be nice to put it on, but anyway, we'll have to see. Right, let's get over to this model. So yeah, all this fit exactly right, all these fixings. That's because I did a good job modelling all the fixing holes, and it got the same clearance here and everything. Right, so what we're going to do now then is I'll just check I've got audio, make sure I've got no glitch going on. Fits exactly right, all these fixings. Yeah, we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. I noticed the audio was very slightly low the other day, so let me just give it a little bit of a notch here on the mic gain. Now I can never work out which way is up and which way is down, so don't know. Ah, there it is. Just go up a tiny bit. There you go, I've just gone a tiny bit. Got to be careful because it distorts. Anyway, right, so we've got all our sizes. The model is the model, and it's to scale, as in all the sizes are right. So all I've got to do is fit make a dust cover to fit in there. Now, do I make it? You could either make it so the things clip over top of this, or clip into there. So anyway, and you've got your mic lead coming out of here, don't forget, and you've got an optional mic output just here. So I think what I need to do is model the microphone outlets before I start. I need to obviously make room for the lead to come out, so we'll do that first. So we'll go on to this, and right, so I've just got to measure that, so I'm back to measuring again. Yeah, so the microphone outlet, am I going to measure it or guess? I can almost see these things these days. So I think it starts at, let's say it starts at 5mm and it goes on to 6mm. So we'll start at 4mm and go to 7mm. Right, okay, let's do that. And it's not that bit, it's this bit here. Yeah, so if I go from the edge of here, I've got to get it at the right angle, so it's on the bend there. So if I go up 4mm, then if I go up 7mm, so we should have like a 7mm gap. Yeah, so hang on, so the bottom from the, hang on, we don't want another line, I was trying to measure it. So we've got 11 mil. So yeah, so 4 mil to there. That's, yeah, I think that's about right. So what I'm going to do now is just got to have a look at it again. And it's split to the end, right? Okay, and it looks like it's about, let's say it's 10 mil long. 10 mil long. So, well, we'll draw it. I'll actually draw it to this, and we'll make our thing fit round it. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Actually, let's go down 1 mil and up 1 mil. And this should be something like 6 mil, 5 mil. Okay, let's undo that. Let's do half a mil and 0.5, and then we want to come back. There's not much light in here, so it looks like about 12 mil to me. So let's come across here. 12 mil. Can't be 12 mil, that's too much. Okay, let's make it. I should measure that really. Maybe I got my something not quite right. Let's just go. Oh, let's say it's 10 mil. Right. So what I'm going to do now is measure across there. 6 mil. So I need to come back 3 mil. And I'll put some straight lines in from there to there, and there to there. Oh, I put the I put it on MakerWorld, by the way, and I've put a link below the last video. I haven't put the link below this video, it's on the last one. Or we can go MakerWorld if you want to download it. But right, anyway. That's it. Alright, oh, why's it done that? Don't know, okay. Right, so I need to get rid of that now. So, what should we say? I'll just dip it in the width of the video. Let's just go in. It's only 1.1 mil. Let's just say 1 mil. 1 mil. 1.5 mil. There we go. So there's the one microphone outlet. So there's also another one I noticed underneath. If you don't want it to come outside, you can bring the microphone under here. So let's find out where that one is. I'm not going exactly right, because I can. When I look at stuff, I can see roughly how far it is. So that's going to be, I'll say 10. 12.5, I'll say that is 12.5. So let's go 12 to whatever 6 mil is in between. Right, let's do that again. So again, I want to find the bend there. So I'm going to come in 12 mil. I can't remember now what size this is. 6 mil, that'll do. So let's do this. Do the 6 mil there, and let's come in. Let's go back the other way. Sorry. 10 mil. Was that right? No, 11 mil, wasn't it? Then I came back 3 mil. Let's just make sure it's the right way around. Yeah, the curls, or the rounded bits at the bottom. It does fly out actually, it just does something like that, but this is only a representation, so I know where to put the moulding for the mic lead. Alright, let's push that in. 1.5 mil, that'll do. Okay, so honestly we've got to, that's the wrong tool, go away, paint box. Right, so you can have your mic out of there, or you can have your mic out of there. So if you come out of that, and you can see where the mic comes out the side. And yeah, if you look at mine, actually look at this real one, you can see it does actually come out there in the same place. Yeah. And there's the one underneath, if you can see it. Just about see it. Okay, there it is. So this thing, yeah, it's pretty well protected, but if you want to be slinging it around, you want to protect your buttons as well. That's what I'm trying to do now. Now I haven't got any buttons on the model, but if I make it flush with the front, now the problem is I've got to think about, oh yeah, because that'll be on the inside, so you'll still be able to grab it. Yeah, you'll still be able to grab it. So I suppose what I need now is to create some lines, or get some lines off it. The easiest way is to grab a few lines. Well, I could grab what I need really. Grab a few lines. Probably need this as well. This could turn out to be quite easy. Let's copy that. I'm going to paste it in place. I need to do the same with this side. Yeah, and I've got to work out where we're going to put the microphone. I almost need to stow the microphone away really. Alright, let's paste that in place. Okay, now I need to grab those. Hopefully it's just grabbing. Oh, it's grabbed the underneath as well, so we don't want that. I want that there. Oh, hang on, I have to start again. Right, so I should just have the blue bits that I want and nothing else. Yeah, it looks like it. Right, okay, so I'm going to group that. Make a component. Right, okay, so if I go, I've got to work out where we're going to go with it. So we need to cover down the inside of there. Right, so it needs to just slot into there. Cover that hole there, cover this hole here, because it's a dust cover as well. It's supposed to be a dust cover as well. The underneath is the same. It's got the same distances. So, do we take advantage of this? I thought about putting in, if you're not putting it on a shelf, you might want another infill here to keep it flat. Or, you know, maybe a pen holder or something, I don't know. We don't go mad with it, we'll just keep it as it is. So, this slot here is quite handy for, we'll make a little bit of a bush and that to bolt a V slot for the microphone. We'll do that. That should be okay. And then you can put, if you're left or right handed, you can put it one side or the other, or you could actually move it anywhere around here if you want. Tighten it up and it'll stay where it is basically. Right, anyway, we'll do that in a bit. So we've got what we wanted there. Now, do we want it rounded? I don't think we can do it rounded, so it'll have to be inset slightly. Yeah, just inset a bit. We'll probably have it on a bevel, not rounded, because if I do it rounded I'm gonna have to, I could do it, but yeah, it could be we'll have to have a look. So anyway, let's get some more sizes. So we've got the general size there. Now, how is it going to clip? It's going to have to come over and slot, either clip onto there. So, yeah. Tell you what, let's just, this is the bit what gets you when you're trying to work out how you're going to do it. So this is the bit we've got so far. So we don't want it rounded, but we did say Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to not do it rounded. Or do we? Do we go with the exact contour? Do we go with the exact contour? I mean, I could just, to get an idea, I could just put the lines in. If I fill the lines in a minute. Let's just fill the lines in temporary. So we can get an idea of what we're looking at. Let's keep it white. Okay. So sides as well. I suppose we could do sides as well. Let's get the sides in. This is too big at the minute. It's going to be the exact same size as the unit. Does it matter? It might not matter. It might work as it is, but you've got to be able to still grab your rig. You know, it's going to block. Right, so then you could do the bottom as well, I suppose. Just doing this to get an idea of the. Right, so let's have a look at it now. Hang on. Oh, it's alright. I've done the wrong one. That's okay. I can get rid of that one. Right. Right, let's just have a look. Oh, I've got an extra. Why have we got an extra sheet there? That's weird, isn't it? An extra sheet. Right. Extra manifolds. Right, so this is the inner bit. Right. Well, I just had a bleep. Oh, God. Modern technology is rubbish, isn't it? Anyway, so we've got this. Now that could be pushed in there, like that. You could still grab it a bit because it's 10mm. You want to keep the dust off. Yeah, so we'll have to see. It's got to be able to clip on. Now, do we make it exactly the right size, or do we make it smaller? Because the rig itself is smaller. Let's put it. Let's make a new layer. Call it dust cover. Put that in the dust cover layer so we can get rid of it. Turn it off a minute. Right. So the knobs and that stick out all the way to the front. Now we don't want to scrape it and touch it onto the rig itself. It's just the carrier that's got to snap onto the carrier. And there's not a whole lot of space between there and there, so you can't have it sliding there. So it's going to have to slide over and clip in, I think. Yeah, so I'll tell you what we'll do then. Here's an idea. So you've got a gap between, you've got a 10mm gap there. Because if I put the sheet against there, you've only got 10mm for your fingers. But if I put, if I sort of don't want to touch that, so if I come halfway, 5mm, I'll give you 15mm for your fingers. That'll still be a dust carrier. Dust carrier? Dust cover. Dust carrier. Oh my god. Right. Anyway, let's I'll just show you where it is on MakerWorld actually, I think. Let me just show you where it is on MakerWorld. How do I do that? Right. Let's just go on MakerWorld. Right. Okay. History. Here it is. So I've got a couple of thumbs up already. And 2 downloads, no prints, not surprised. Right, anyway, so it's on there. So if you open it in your studio, it'll just open it. You can look at it in 3D. Hang on, how does this work? So there's the 3D. Just like you thought. Oh yeah, you're going to click there. So there's a left and right hand, then you've got the top and bottom lid, which is the same. And there's a bonus if you ever break your arm, that tilt arm, or whatever you call it. It modelled that, so you could probably print a new one out, maybe. Don't know if it works, but anyway, it's there. So that's available on there anyway. Right. Okay, so we still need to be able to grab the fronts of this. So the plastic would have to come inset a little bit, but then it would wobble. I don't know. Don't know. Right. Let's put the dust cover back on. So I got dust cover. Now I think it needs to shrink. Yeah, it needs to shrink, doesn't it? Right, so what I'll do is I'll go into this dust cover. I'm going to lower the dust cover by I'm not sure how far. 2.5 mil. I'll do it by 2.5 mil and shrink it a bit, and also the front. .5 mil. So we've basically shrank the whole thing by 2.5 mil, I think. I haven't done it that way though. So let's go that way. 2.5 mil. We've got to see what we end up with. Right, so we've got 2.5 mil. So let's have a look at it now. So we've got some space there, so when you grab the handle you can still grab it sufficiently with both hands. So this is then, yeah, protected slightly, but I think I'll go on a bevel there, or less of an angle. So we've got, let's just see how thick this will have to be. A lot is dictated by the thickness. I want to keep it about 2.5 mil. 3 mil max, so you've got 4 mil there. So I need to make it clip over there, probably. Oh, we've got 5 mil, sorry, 5 mil. Yeah, 5 mil. So it's a 5 mil gap still, and I think we should have the same 5 mil at the bottom. Still. Yeah, so that's too much. So we need 2.5 mil. So let's go again. Move it. We'll move the top and front by 2.5 mil down. Oh no, you've got to have the thickness, haven't you? Oh yeah. So if we go 2.5 mil again. Got 2.5 mil again. Right, so that's brought it to the front doesn't matter, does it? Not so bad, the front. Yeah, so we need to keep that where it is. So you don't want it sticking out because you don't want to bump it off by accident. Right, so now we've got we should have 2.5 mil. Yeah, 2.5 mil there. And 2.5 mil under there. Because that's going to be the thickness of the plastic. Yeah. Okay, because you've got to have a thickness to it. At the minute it's got no thickness. Now, we could go rounded. It probably might be better if it is rounded. No. Right, so we're lower there. That's the maximum we can do on the outside. Let's just have a look at the button. Yeah, I've got enough room for that, but I don't want it to be able to touch the button at all. So I think.
Hey, do you want to go down to 475 G7UIV Airlines School Mobile?
Yeah, it looks like I've got about 8 mil, so I think we'll leave it there like that. Now the sides, we've got to sort out what they're going to do with the sides now. So if I make it, what I don't want to do is when you push this on, it rub against the rig at all anywhere. So it needs to sort of guide it in without rubbing it. So we might have to go all the way to the edge there. Yeah, I think we'll have to go back. Yeah, let's bring those back. Right, let's put them back 2.5 mil. It's gonna have to, because I don't mind it touching the handles, but I don't want it to be touching the rig. And if it's too small, yeah. If it's too small, the dust can get around or whatever. And at least now you'll be guiding it in, and it'll have a taper on it there, and it'll just guide it in, and so it should be able to fit it without touching the rig at all. Right, okay. And you just grab it by it. You put your hand around here and pull it off, basically. Yeah. Okay. Right. So then we've got the microphone leads. I need to do something like create another layer. Call it left hand. I'll call it. What are we going to call these? Rails. Rails and left hand. And then we go rails, right hand. And then we're going to call this the upper and lower. Yeah. Mounts. Call it upper. And mounts lower, even though they're exactly the same thing, just upside down. So I'll put that one under the rail left hand, put that one under the rail right hand, put that under the mounts upper, and then this one under the mounts lower. Then I can turn off the rail left hand so I can see what's going on. Just save that while we're at it. Right, so I can see what's going on. So there's the cable. Obviously you've got to have the same cutout on here, otherwise so it's not going to be 100% won't be 100% dust free. It's not waterproof, but it's got to allow for cables and stuff. Right, let's get this over here. Let's take it under the red and just go up to like that. Is that right? Yeah, that's that one. Right, Now the bottom one, I probably need to do the bottom one as well, even though that's quite low. Yeah, it still needs to have a gap though, in case you bring it out through the bottom. So I'll get this bottom. This is the whole reason I've drawn it. Alright, let's bring that down. Like that. That's it. Right, so I need to grab those now. I need to grab, can I grab it? Yeah. Need to cut them and paste them in place. Right, so obviously it's going to be the inverse this time. So that's the end of the slot, and so we need that piece. We're going to need that on there. Now it does end there though, doesn't it? Right, so what we'll do is I'll go in 3mm like that, and I'll start from there. I'll go up to there and down to there, so that'll give us that end. Just take that end out of it, and that, and that, and just bring, well, tell you what, we can just delete those two and just bring that slot to the end. And what we'll do is we'll, in a minute, we'll put an angle on it the same as they've done. Right, so we've got to do the same with this one. Let's keep saving it. Oh, M Substain 8915, welcome. Hi, and Morning Star, if I remember right. Is that right? Morning Star? Is it Morning Star from Pakistan, I think? If I remember right. Hi, at welcome. How you doing? Hope you're well. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, yeah, I think I remembered you. Morning Star, unless I got it wrong. Means Morning Star, you said, didn't you? Yeah. Right, so let's do the same again here. So we've got to put the bend on it that way. 3mm, and start from there to there, down to there. Alright. Okay, we'll bring that out. Oops, tell you what we'll do. The reason I get rid of that is because I want a single line all the way to the end instead of two lines. Right, there's that. Yeah. So, yeah, we've got that there. So we can either just delete that. Tell you what, just do that. That's all we've got to do. Take that off there. Right, so we've got that bit sorted there. I suppose we ought to angle it now, really. Let's angle it now. So what I'll do is I'll add this front to the model on MakerWorld, and right. So how far do we want to come out? 1mm, 2mm. Let's say 2mm. Okay, 1.5mm then. 1.5mm, 1.5mm, 1.5mm. Morning Star's a regular. He comes on it every now and again. Everyone's welcome. can't remember. I think I asked him last time if he does radio. I'm not sure if he did or not. Not sure if he did radio. Right, 1.5. Let's keep this all the same. Right, let's get rid of that, that, and that. So we've got 2 slots. I've sort of guessed them. I haven't even measured them. Normally I'd measure them. I've done it by eye. And if I find that out when I print one, I'll just alter it and print another one. Yeah. So we've got to work out what we're going to do with that next. So if I come out of that, we can see it lines up with the hole for the cable, the mic cable, and also this one lines up with what it should do, yeah, the cable coming out the bottom. If you want to come out the bottom, it's the coily cable of the microphone. Right, so this side, and there also is there's a headphone socket. Now, would you want to put the dust cover on and leave the head socket coming out? You might want to. I think I would just unplug the mic socket, the headphone. Yeah, I don't suppose you'd leave the headphone plugged in when you're stowing it away. No, you wouldn't. The mic, it's a bit awkward because you've got to take all the front off. So you leave the mic in, maybe. Right. So what do we need now? We need to work out. Let's put the side back on. We haven't got no colours on this at the minute. I could. I'll tell you what. Let's colour it. Should we colour it, or do we not bother? Not yet. Right. So now, really, I mean, it's a protector and a dust cover. Now, if you hollowed out this section, you could get your fingers on it better, but you've got 10mm here to grab it, so I think it'll be alright. So we'll keep it like that, I think. Right, so what I need to do now is work out, we need to thicken this up. Let's thicken it up. Right, let's thicken this up. Now, do we need that? Do I need that, or can I can get rid of that? Now, we did say we were going to step it. Yeah, I think I'm going to step it. So what I'll do is let's delete that. I'm going to bevel it. It'll just make it easy to 3D print. At the end of the day, it's got to be able to be printed. So it'll step it, and it'll keep stepping up, and then, yeah, should be able to do it without... we don't want any support material because it distorts it. Support material distorts. If you got to take it off, and it leaves... It's not a nice thing, if you know what I mean. Right, so I should be able to now delete these round bits. Okay, so we've got that. Right, let's just see what it looks like. We've also got to make sure it's not ugly. Got to make sure it's not ugly. Oh, that's not ugly. That's actually okay. I'm liking that. Right, so it's got no thickness, so we need to give it some thickness next. So we'll go around the other way and give it some thickness. Now, the problem I've got now is, well, what I'll have to do is draw it. Because if I do something like this, I don't know if this will work. No, it's difficult to give it thickness now. I've got the bevels on it. So, how do I give it thickness? Maybe I should have given it thickness in the first place. You could scale it, but I don't want to scale it. We'll just draw. How do we do it? How do we do it? So if I go like that, it's going to go crazy in it. Oh, you can do it, yeah. 2.5 mil. 2.5 mil. 2.5 mil. 2.5 mil. Let's see if it's hollowed out the sides. Yeah, it has, look. But I can put them back. It's hollowed them out, but I can put them back. Yeah, I can put them back easy. Now, what we haven't got here, right, we need 2.5 here. Okay, so we've got the insides done, and all I've got to do is link those up to get this last thickness. Yeah, so we can do that. So there might be a better way of doing it, actually. Quicker way. Yeah, it's putting the thicknesses in. Right, okay. And I can repair the outside after. Right, let's repair the outside. Let's put back what's been taken away. Slowly put that back. Right, what have we got? What happened there? Oh. That's weird, isn't it? Right, so I need to bring that back. 2.5 mil, and this one. Okay, we can sort out the overlap in a minute. So, let's bring that to there, and that to there. So I'm slowly bringing it back. We'll sort the colours out in a minute. Got to break it to fix it. Oh, that's not right, is it? What's gone on there? That's weird. Oh, I see. I see. So we've got to pull them out first. And now it should. We'll have to fix it. Yep, that's it. We're getting there. I'm going to need X-ray mode in a minute. Let's just reverse these faces. And can I get rid of? Yeah, I can get rid of these. These little bits, a bit of a weird way of doing it, but I have to do it in whichever way. Have I got rid of something by mistake now? Right, so we're getting there. I keep all the faces white. Try and keep the insides grey. I could be doing it the wrong way around, but I don't know if it matters. Alright, so I can get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, where are we getting on? Right, so far so good. So, what we need to now is just look at it in X-ray mode. Let's save it. So, X-ray mode. Let's get rid of some more bits of unwanted geometry. There's a bit. There's a bit more. And a bit more. We'll sort these corners out in a bit. Yeah, I'll sort that out in a bit. Okay, is that the lot? So I should have a 2.5mm wall. Should have. That doesn't quite look 2.5mm, does it there? Let's try and measure it. Nah, it's 1.77. That's the trouble, see, when you do go on an angle, you get less, so I'm gonna have to... Yeah. What did I say that was? The thickness across, hang on. 3.54, no, that's not right. 1.77. So we've got to go. We need the calculator. Do we need a calculator? So 2.5 minus 1.77, 0.73. So we need to bring that up by 0.73 if we can. If I can work out which tool I want. That'll be the insides and not the outsides. So I don't think I can do that. I can. 0.73. Then I'm going to have to extend them up like that. And I'll have to do the other one as well. Right, what happened? Oh, we haven't got a line across. So we need a line from there all the way to there, and a line from there all the way to there, and all that was in aid of giving us the right thickness. So we should have, yeah, we've got 2.5mm space there, and it looks like we've got 2.5 there. That's what we want. So now we can get rid of extra bits. Get rid of them. Let's get rid of the extra bits. Okay, so we've done the bottom bit. Anything else? No, that's good. Oh, hang on, we've got extra line. Extra 2 lines. The old lines need to go. That's it. Right. So now it'll be the top. The same thing with the top. Same thing going on at the top. So 0.73. Same again. Right. Don't know what's going on there. Let's turn around the other way. Keep going around, 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 around. So do it from this way. I can see what's going on better. On the edge. On the edge. On the edge. On the edge, and Okay. Let's get rid of some stuff now. Get rid of some stuff. And an extra line. Oh, up this end. It's slow to scroll because it's gone into creep mode because I'm inside the model. Anyway, I think I've done it. Right. Oops. Careful, careful, careful. Careful, careful. Right, okay. Let's have a look. So all the geometry should be within this end. This end I'm going to have to sort out as well. So there shouldn't be anything touching. It should just be clear space. Yeah. Okay. So far so good. Yeah. Now we need to sort out this bit here. Right, so let's put it back into normal mode and have a look. Okay, so we've got a front push-on cover. It should be able to be printed. The angle's quite steep, but it's quite long, so it should be able to, and then carry on doing it without support material. I don't want support material because it needs to be neat. Right, but how is it going to stay in? So we need to sort out clipping mechanism now. Right, let's hide the right rail again. Let's have a look down here. Let's hide the lower. Hide that a minute. Let's see what's going on here. Right, so we've got this bit of a weird thing happening here. Oh, did we even hide the rig? No, we haven't even put the rig in the rig layer. Can we turn the rig off? We could have done, but we haven't attached that to the rig. Let's do that now. Okay, so we turn the rig off and all that goes out the way so we can see what's going on. Right, it's much easier to do it this way than it is to get the model in real life and trying it and measuring it and doing different stuff. That's why we model it. Right, so that corner matches the top, the actual corner there. Does it? What does it? Yeah, that matches. Yeah, matches the side rail. Yeah, so it matches that side rail there. She's got to. Stops it pushing on too far. That's right. So all that is good so far. Yeah. Now what clips it on? So we've got to have some kind of clipping mechanism. So now what we don't know is if they want the mounting bracket. They might not want a mounting bracket, so and if we don't have it, it needs to clip on. So let's just turn off the upper and lower mounting bracket. So we've got to work out how it's going to clip in. Now these handles, they're plastic and they're able to be moved at least 1 millimeter. Let me just see. Yeah, it's made of ABS and I'm able to flex them 1 millimeter quite easy. So if I make it 0.5 millimeter This is going to be so easy. It's going to be unbelievable. This is just too easy now. It's getting too easy. So all I've got to do is go into here, grab hold of this geometry here. We don't need that geometry. So if I was to push that out a bit, do you need that as well? No, you only need this bit. So we'll grab that geometry. We'll paste it in place. That should appear there. And we need the other side as well. Oh, we've got a rogue face. Okay. So what we want now is the other rail. This is why you base it off stuff you've already got. Right, it's so easy. Right. Oh, that's not the one. That's it. Paste in place. Okay. So we've got these and we just need to snap it in place. Only a bit. So the easiest way of doing that, now can't snap any further than that, although it would go rounded. Let's just see what the, hang on, let's just find out what, hide the dust cover a minute. So it could follow it all the way up, couldn't it? Oh no, it's got to butt up against something there, so it could still follow it. Is there any advantage to following that bit though? Because it only needs to snap into there. Yeah, it doesn't need to have a big thickness all the way, just top there and that, so it snaps in. And it only has to go a little bit. You don't need to go all the way over. Right, fair play. Okay, I've got it. Right, so back into here. So we just want this bit of a thing to follow it, and it'll be nice. That'll hold it. If it snaps there, it holds it correct. If I just bring it too small, it'll rotate out, because this will give it some lateral stability. So I could either just do the whole thing. I'm just wondering whether to make it. I'll tell you what, let's do the whole thing. Although there'll be nothing to print to. Well, there might be. No, because it's the corner there, like I say. Yeah, I might as well. I might as well. Let's just grab it. Might as well make it exactly the same. And come and do the same with this one. I won't do it that big though, I'll do it smaller. But it's only the ridge we want. So what I'll do is, we've got, that's the original one, so you can't have it all the way, it's got to, but if I do one of these, oh, I've got to grab the rest of it. If it'll let me, will it let me? Yeah. So I'll come in, and how far do we want it? Doesn't need to be a lot, does it? It needs to be big enough to print. So we don't want to go as thick as the main unit, do we? 2.5 mil? No, we don't need that. I'm on about the thickness. I suppose it needs to be a certain size. I'll just do 2.5 mil, bugger it. So I've got 2.5 mil. And Actually, let's undo that. If I get rid of that and then do that, 2.5 mil, I've got the contour I need. So I've got that there, and it follows it as well. And all I've got to do is bring that out. It doesn't have to be a lot at all. Half a mil, 0.25 of a mil. Just see how springy these are. So it'll be a tight fit. It doesn't spring much at the back, but once it's in at the front, it'll push its way through. Let's just try one. So if I come out, I'm going to come out not a lot, because it's almost exact size. So you've got equal amount both ends to snap in. So either go 0.25 of a mil or a 0.5. I think 0.5 is going to be too much. Let's go, I'll tell you what, let's go 0.25. 0.25 of a mil. There you go. That doesn't look a whole lot to hold it in, does it? Okay. Undo that. I've changed my mind. Didn't I do this last time on another model? Then I ended up printing it and finding out I've got to go back. Right, okay, 0.5 of a mil, there we go. Yeah, that looks better. It's a close tolerance, so you got point. Right, let's do the same with this side. Oh, we've got no cutout on this side, so yeah, you can only go one way up. Right, okay. 2.5. And bring it out 0.5 of a mil. Now, yeah, it should just slot in and clip in lovely. Hold itself in. Because these are against the sides, and you're going to have to force the sides out to get it in. Right, and it should be able to print that. It's not that way over that's going to hang. Right, okay. Right, save that. Let's have a look at it in 3D. Right, what we got? So we've got these little indents that stick into the wells. Now, are they enough on its own? Because it'll hold it squarely in there and there, so it'll clip in. You'll know when it's gone in because it'll just sit nicely in there. So that's it basically, isn't it? That's all you need. The other question is, do you want it to go any further back? So let's put the upper and lower and the rig back. Wouldn't it be nice if that was semi-transparent so you could see what was going on? You could do that. Right, so that could come further back if we want it to. What's the implications of not doing it? Nothing really. No, I think that's no point. Might as well just stay there like that. Yeah, might as well stay there like that. Yeah, keep it neat. So there's that. Now, if I'm having this on the desk, I don't want to see the ugly desk shelf mount. So you could make an infill to go around it, but that's not quite thick enough anyway. Now, we'll leave that. Right, so the next is the microphone. So let's have a look at the thumbnail. Front dust cover and mic holder. So we've done a dust cover. I suppose I get that printing. Let's get that printing while we do the microphone. Yeah, let's do it. Right, so I'm gonna smooth it. I'm gonna export it. Right, so we're gonna call this one front dust cover, and it just pushes in. Right, let's get over to Bamboo Studio because it's actually doing nothing. It's been sitting idle, not printing anything. So let's just, I'll have another plate. Here it is. This is the front dust cover. Alright, import front dust cover. There you go. Okay, so we're going to tell it we want to auto do it. I think it's going to put it on its face. Let's try it. That's it, put it on its face? Yes, that's it. That's what we want. Now, do we want to print it like that? I suppose we could print it like that. Yeah, we'll print it like that. Now, I don't want any support material on this, or I don't want any... Oh, what's happened there? Oh, nothing. I thought it was covered up. No, it wasn't. It's just because I'm looking at dark. Right, so it looks okay. So let's just splice it up. I don't want any support material this time. And I don't even want a brim round it if I can help it. Yeah, I don't want the brim. So I'm going to go on to here. Actually, let's go on to the list. So we're on to number 5. We don't want no auto, so stick it on auto. Infill density can stay the same. Layer, support, we don't need no support. Okay, that'll do. Right, save it. So let's print that out, slice it, see if it doesn't like it. It didn't not like it. £2.21, 2 hours and 2.5 hours to print that at normal speed. Right, we'll give it a go. I'll tell you what, let's have a look, see if it's gonna do it in the right fashion. Does it look right? We'll give it a go. Hopefully it won't hang over. If it's too much of an angle, it won't do it. Let's have a look. No, it should do that. And the only thing we haven't done is beveled it. I don't think it needs it. I didn't bevel the other stuff, and it turned out okay. Yeah, I don't think we need to do it. Right. Okay, let's print that out. Go on then. I'll have a dust cover. I'm having a dust cover for me radio and a protective cover that snaps into place that you can just pull off easily and put back on. Fantastic. That's what we wanted. I love this stuff. It's good. Right. Let's let that download, and we'll sort the microphone holder next. Yeah, marketing's the problem. I've got a lovely switcher I've made, and nobody wants to buy them. I'm selling them at cost. I'm losing money on them, but still, I don't know. It's just maybe there's no money around. I don't know. It's tight time in it. No money around. Shame. Just if I got rid of them, I might be tempted to buy some more materials and make some more. But never mind. I've actually got got it on here. I'm using it here to switch between my antenna between 2 different rigs. And I've got another 6 position. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could put 5 rigs. I've got other rigs here I can stick on it. I've got scanners. What else we got? I've got other stuff we could put on it. Handhelds, different things. Yeah, so you could switch one end. You could switch your rigs. The remote end, you can switch your antennas. Same thing. Same thing. Right, what's this doing? Oh, let's have a look. Let's get the video on. It's just bringing it up to temperature. Right, we'll let that carry on then. I'll just leave that there for a bit. I'll come back and look at it periodically. So, what's next? The microphone. Now, I just happen to have one of these things. Now, this was created by somebody else. It's on MakerWorld. You can download it, you can screw it onto a shelf, and you can put your microphone. Actually, yeah, sits lovely in there like that. So what we want is that V slot bolted on the side of our thing. If it's around, the slot needs to move like that and like that, so you can have the. Actually, it doesn't matter if it's in like that. Gravity will just take it that way or that way. Oh, it might fall out though. Yeah, because the V's got to be with up to gravity, so it's got to be able to almost swing with it. It's almost got to swing with it. So right. Anyway, let's. So we've got this slot here. Hang on. Let's get rid of the rig a minute and the dust cover. Let's get rid of what? Yeah, we can get rid of the top.
CQ on 70 centimeters.
Let's get rid of that
Golf 4 India Alpha November G4IAN.
So we've got this indented slot here.
CQ 70 Golf 4 India Alpha.
So I was thinking of like a round clip. I've already made this, haven't I? I've already done this. Let's have a look. Oh no, I've done the opposite. I've actually created the round bit that the same on the back of the mic, but we need the V slot, so that should be even easier then. So we need the V slot on a bolt-on thing. So it needs to have a. We don't want to scratch the microphone, so the fixing hole needs to be recessed. So once the head of the fixing is screwed in, it doesn't get in the way at all. Yeah, okay. So we'll measure this, and we'll just copy the dimensions of the V. It's probably the easiest thing. I should have just modelled this thing really. In fact, I could model it, but I'll do that another day. Right. So let's just have a quick look what's going on here. Auto bed leveling. Yeah, okay. Auto bed leveling. Right. So we want some kind of round thing. It just needs to be a fixing hole up at the top and the V down below. It needs to be able to swivel, so if your microphone is just hooked here, gravity's got it. Now if you've got these if you've got them upright like that, it spins round. The V's down here. Just hook your microphone in it. So the fixing hole will have to be up, a bit like a trolley wheel, slightly up, and the V slightly below. So you slot it in, and if you do want it to be down here, you just twist it down. So it's only so tight. So it needs to swivel, and then maybe part of it do the infill. Otherwise it'll drag down, it won't it? It won't drag down that way. We might have to keep tightening it up that way. So we'll have a look at that. Let's undo the rotate on that one. Right. So we know what we've got. So I think the first thing is to model this V. So let's model the V. I'll get the old ruler out. Oh, it's starting to go already, look. Yeah, this warmer weather, this ABS is sticking a lot better to the bed. I haven't actually cleaned this bed. This plate, the build plate. I haven't cleaned it for a while. The warmer weather makes the ABS stick better, and it's the ABS that keeps it clean. Sort of thing. I'm printing with black all the time. If I was to print with white, all of a sudden you'd get black stain on the white, so you'd have to print a couple of scrap whites to get rid of the old bits of black. Yeah. Anyway, right. Let's get the old. Do I get calipers out or ruler? Tell you what, let's get the ruler. It's getting dark in here. Switch your light on. Lights on. Lights on, but nobody's home. Right, here we go. So I'm going to model just the top bit, really. Yeah. Let's model it. Okay, so we've got what have we got here? Let's just have a look what we've got here. 34 mil. So we want 34 mil by, let's just do that, and it looks like it's 15. 34 by 15. Okay, so it's the wrong way around. Okay, undo. 15 by 34. That's better. Right, so that's the top of it. Now we've got a recess back of 5 mil. So from the front, we've got a 5 mil recess. Okay, and then it looks like the material thickness. I'm gonna have to get the material thickness. What does that look like? I'd say it's 2 mil. Might not be 2 mil. Is it 2 mil? Let's have a look. 1. .5. Right, okay, 1.7 or 5 the thickness. Okay, let's just go like this then. 1.75. There we go. And the wall thickness is, let's see what we've got here. I think it's the same. 1.75. 1.75. Let's just have a look what is going on here. It's not misbehaving, so that's fine. Right, so we've got that layout there. Now the depth of it. We somehow got to find the depth. So we'll get the overall depth, and all we want is to sit that in there really. So we'll go with this depth. It's 30. What angle there? 35 mil. So I'm going to go down 35 mil. Okay, so that's our little add-on. It's got rounded corners. So I don't know why they got rounded corners, but we'll give it some rounded corners, shall we? What kind of rounded corners? Do we want rounded corners? Yeah, we can have rounded corners. It's not very much of a rounded corner. I'll tell you what, since we've got 1.75, I don't think we can do 1.75. Right, what we'll do then, it'll come in 1.75. And I can't do that, it'll refuse. So the other thing I can do is a heart, a circle. That's it. I'll have to get rid of the backs of the circle. And then I will have to go down like that. Okay, that can go. So we've got this thing, and I suppose we want something underneath. Let's bevel it underneath. How far do you want to bevel it? I don't know. Let's just say 0.5, 1 mil. Let's go 1 mil. Tell you what, let's go 1.75. See what happens. Let's keep everything today 1.75. Doesn't like that, does it? 1.75. No, look at it stay with it. What's it done? It didn't like that at all. Right. That's why, because this square. Oh. Why has it done that? Undo offset. So okay, it doesn't like that offset. So let's go. Can we do 1 mil? Let's try 1 mil. Right, let's see if it'll like that. No. Let's go 1 mil again. What's it come out like? Has it done it? Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. We'll live with that. Right, so we're back to this thing again. Okay, what about the top? That needs to be ergonomic as well. You don't want to scratch anything on it. So we need the same again up here, but probably. Oops, selected an extra edge. Right, so let's do 1 mil and pull this down by 1 mil. There we go. Okay, so we've got this weird looking thing. So now we've got that, that's okay. Got to draw some lines down it, so we've got a certain thickness to worry about now. Oh, we've got a V to sort out on the outer bit. Right, so I need to measure the V down, see how far down the V goes. And it goes down 17 mil. Let's say 17.5 mil. And we've already lost a mil, so let's say 16.5. So there's the V, and it's a nice rounded V. It's flat at the bottom. So it comes in at 13 mil. So we lose a mil, so we go 12 mil and 12 mil. Oh no, that's a mil. That's 1.75, wasn't it? Hang on. So 13 mil less 1.75 is 11.25. So we've got 8 mil. Let's have a look. Is that 8 mil? It's not quite 8 mil, so something's gone wrong. No, it's not 8 mil. So 1.75. There we go. 12, 11 mil. Right, what have I got there? 11.25. According to that, it's 8 mil. Where's 8 mil? 8 mil's a bit higher, so we haven't got 8 mil. Okay, let's come in. I don't know. 0.75. 0.75. Now we've got 6.5. Is that 6.5? Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. Right, so get rid of these outer ones. Let's just have a quick see what's going on. So far so good. So far so good. Right. So we need to bring the V's up. Not those V's. This V. Bring this V. Can you see it? Can't see it there, just about see the V. Bring the Z's up. Right, shit. Well. So that's our bottom line, so we need to come up at least it's not a lot actually. Let's just say it's a mil. 1.75. Let's go 1.75. So we want to come like that. Yeah, just like that. Is that too much? It's probably too much. Okay, let's just go. Oh no, I fit the wrong one again. Oh, is it the wrong one? I have to wait for it to stop. That tool thing. Terrible. Right. Undo guide. So I only want 1 mil. Yeah. So we'll go there to there to there. That's it. And then is this a straight V now? Pretty much. And it's going to go up to that corner. So you want to go up to there like that. And up to there like that. Okay, this can go now. So can these. Right. So we want a certain thickness. It's 1.75. So we're going to go in 1.75. Okay, so we're in there. Now we need to hollow out that. It needs to go, that does. So X-ray mode. Fill in the blanks. fill in the blanks. So we've got, yeah, we need to get rid of that top bit. So let's get rid of the top bit. Here we go. That's it. Have we done it? Pretty much there. Right, so that's, there is more to it. Yes, you've got to go right back. But that's the V. That's the thickness of the V. So we've got to go back. I think it's to that line there. Yeah. But that's the, it has to have a ridge on it. The bit that it goes back is actually different. It's pulled back slightly, hollowed out. Yeah, it's quite a lot. Yeah, so we need a sort of an inner V off it. Let's just go to right. So we've got that. We need to keep that, but we need to keep that line there. But we need to draw some more geometry in it. How do we do that? Yeah, so it starts from there and then the V goes lower. That's it. So the V's got to go a lot lower. How much lower? We don't know. 5 mil lower. Yeah, 5 mil lower. So we want another V 5 mil lower, but from in there. Yeah, so if I go uh, 5 mil lower, so we've got that X-ray mode again. So we need another V. Now this V is a lot wider. It's the same width as a microphone. So the diameter, it's got to be the same as the microphone ultimately. Of the inner bit of the microphone, not the outer bit. Which is 10 mil. Is it 10 mil? Yeah, 10 mil. 10 mil. So let's say 10. Yeah, so let's say 10 mil. 11 mil. So let's go this way. 5.5. This way 5.5. Right, so that's the bottom of the V, and then it's got to come up. So we'll need to go up 2 mil maybe. How steep are they? Well, it's the diameter of the outer thing, isn't it? So this is right. No, it is actually the. Sorry, it is the diameter of this. It is actually the diameter of one of the ends of these microphones. You're looking at 15 mil. Say 16 mil. Give it a bit of space. So 16 mil. So half of 16 is 8. Well, that's okay, yeah, because it sits over it. Right, this is awkward, very awkward. So I want a round circle. Let's just do a 16mm circle. I don't need that at the minute, let's just grab that. It needs to go inside there. Oh, that is way too big. So that'll be somewhere, hang on. Oh. It'll be somewhere like, so the bot, I need to be on that plane. How do I get on that plane without affecting it? Right, I think I'll just put that there a minute. I'm gonna have to make this into a component now, just so I can place this on it in a place that it needs to be, like that. Yeah, so that's that. But the round dowel will sit on top of there, so it needs to go up. That needs to go up to there, like that. Yeah, so the dowel can sit there, and that's the edge of the V. So we'll use that as the edge of the V, because I made it very slightly bigger. Yeah. So I need to cut that now. Go into the model and paste it in place. So we're in the right place, on the right plane. We don't need this anymore. So what we need now is a nice smooth thing transition up to the top of there. So from there down to the transition, which is that one. And we need the same here. Is that the one? Yeah. Okay, so we've got that. Right, we can lose this stuff. Okay, so we've lost that stuff, that's good. Now that's our inner bit, but we've got to go back off it. Could do with losing the top or something. No, can't. Can I lose the back end? Put that back after. I couldn't I? Let's do that then. Let's get rid of that temporarily. Right, so now we've got, that's our leap there. So this needs to go, stay as it is. Yeah, so that needs to stay as it is. That probably could do with going out of the, yeah. So we've got our line, and that needs to come back to, oh, have I got, hang on, I need that line back again. I don't need that one anymore, nor that one, nor that one, but I do need that one. Okay. Because that's how far I've got to go back. And I've got to open that up, so I could just do, if I just do that back, it's not going to be any good because it's going to lose me that bit. Yeah. So I need a surface. I'll tell you what, let's start from the top. Let's start from the top. Okay. So we've gone to the top. And we need to indent that. So if I indent that now, it's just going to move that thickness. We don't want that. So what we want now is tackle it from the other side. Oh yeah, can I just delete that? Do I need that again? Let's try it. Do I need that again? I do need that. Right, so let's not do that. Oh, it's hollow inside anyway. Yeah, there's no problem. Let's do that. Right, so we've got that, and this is the new face. So we need to retain that wall. And then this face needs to come out. So I suppose I could come down. I'll come down like this to that size. Right. Okay, then I need to go parallel with this one. Is that even a thing there? No. Okay, so we could just grab that, copy it from there to there. Yeah, that's so far so good. And do the same again. This side. Yeah, and oh, we can join that up like that. And we want another one of these there, and we could do with this a copy of that to there. Then we'd have to join up the faces or the polygon. Okay, one more there. So we've got fill there, that's good. We've got no fill in there though. But we would have if I just do something like just pretend. Let's just put that in there. There we go. That's what we wanted. Exactly what we wanted there. Yeah, we're okay. So that's so far so good. So now we can get rid of. Can we get rid of the excess? No, because we want a back panel. Let's have a back panel to it. Okay, so it's give us a back panel. So now we should be able to get rid of this bit. Right, have we got rid of that? Yeah. So we've got our scoop. Got our scoop for the microphone, and there's that we don't need. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Everything else we need. I probably need to bevel the edges on that, so that's good. So that can go now. Right, so we've got what we want there. Now the inner bit, it's just going to be. Yeah, we could just put the lid back now, can't we? Is that right? Yeah. Let's put the lid back. That's it. Let's just give it the old smoothy Rooney. Okay, so we've got this. It's going to have a hole through it to mount it to, and this needs to be offset. Right, so we've got something. So we're going to have to fasten it. It might not need to be that thick, but we need to stand it off. There's a reason it's that thick. So it needs to stand off the... Let's just get the head around it. Yeah, it needs to have a certain thickness to get the screw hidden. Yeah, I think we'll leave it like that. Keep it the same thickness. Yeah, why not? See what's going on with this lid. So far, so good. No string. Right. So now we want a fixing hole. Now the fixing hole is going to be just an M3. It's only a microphone. An M3 countersunk. So we know what size that is. What size have we got here? We've got plenty. Right. So the first thing we'll do, we need to fasten it. It needs to be fastened at the top, because the weight of the microphone needs to make it the gravity assist. So it'll be here. The round bit of the mic will be there. I'll be pushing down. So you can't have the fix in here because it'll want to swip over. So it's got to be near the top. Yeah, so what we'll do, let's bring this in. Let's do a 10mm. And then let's do a 5mm. And then get halfway between the two. Let's try and find the midway point there. It's not showing us. Okay, I'll just do it manually then, like that. No, still not going to draw nothing. Okay, right, so we'll just do it like that. Now it's this is not the brass insert, this isn't, is it? Or it could be. Actually, that could be. So you could fasten it to the rail from the other side. If there was a brass insert, you'd only need a screw from the one side. But you might want to tighten it without disassembling the rig, disassembling the cage. So you might be able to put it in there and tighten it, sort of. You'd have to get the rig out of the way. So you put the back in there, and you screw to the front. So which bit's got the... Yeah, so maybe it's the other bit that's got... Yeah, the other bit needs to have the... So this just needs an M3 hole that's countersunk. So if I go 1.51 and push that all the way through to there. No, this hasn't gone through. Why not? Oh, because we're on the bevel. So try again. All the way through to there. That's it. Right, now there we can get rid of the lines. We want a countersunk. So we need an offset. So that's 2 point. That was the bore. Then you got the size of the head. Let's just say it's 6mm. Let's say 7mm. 7mm, 6mm. I've already got this one somewhere else. Right. Yep. Right, so we've got 3 mil. That should do it, really, shouldn't it? Yeah. 6 mil. Let's just say 6. Okay, 3.25 then. We'll go a little bit more. Right, so it could be a pan head, or it could be a socket, a hex socket, so it needs to go quite deep. We've got deep, so we've got 10 mil. We only need about 3 mil, so let's lose 7 mil. So we've lost 7 millimeters. So the socket head has got plenty of space. I've got 3 mil at the arse end. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll bring that back out again. And I'll just... This is a bit wider than we need it, so I'm going to shave a bit off this. I'm going to shave a bit off this. 2 mil? Let's say 2 mil. Make it 2 mil less. Okay. And now let's measure what we've got here. We've got 8 mil. So if I lose, keep it 3 mil. So 3 mil's enough. So let's lose 5 mil. There you go. 5 mil's enough for the socket head. Should be enough for the socket head. Yeah. Tell you what we'll do. We'll go. Yeah. Undo that. I'll just put a little bit back on here. Just put a bit back. Just put 1 mil back. That's it. And then I'm going to bring this down by 5.5 mil. So we've got a 3.5 mil shoulder, and we've got enough to cover the hex, M3 hex sits inside there. Yeah. Okay, so that's ready. That bit is ready. You could narrow it up. It's got to be able to fit on there as well, don't forget. So that's got to be able to fit where over here. It might not get on, so I might have to narrow it a bit. It's just got a bigger scoop on this. Do you need the bigger scoop? I suppose if you're drunk. Yeah, you need the big scoop, really. Yeah, it's wide for a reason, so you can drop it in. So I don't know if we can get this to go over. Let's just grab it by... Got the wrong angle on it. Alright, let's grab it by that. And it wants to sort of sit there at the minute. It's got to come out. Don't know how far out, but let's just try it. That's the one layer, but it's not quite out. No, it's not out. It's got to come out another 1.75 mil. 1.75. No. Must have been 1 mil. No, it was 1 mil. Alright, it's got to come out another 1 mil. Right. That should be flush now. Yeah, it's flush. And it's already going into the corner there, look. See that? And it needs to be able to articulate round. So that's a bit of a shame. Bit of a shame. It needs to swing round as well. Obviously can't swing if it's against that corner. I could bevel the edge, but then if you want it round the other way, then it would have to have that edge beveled. So if you want it, all of a sudden you want it up, I can't get it round. Upright, you can't do it from this angle. So that's the typical way, but if you want it out, stand it up in your float pan, your well, it's going to stick forward and out. Or do you have a different one? It doesn't need to be that long either, does it really? So we can either bring it in, curtail it. No, I like the idea of it. It's just more of a scoop. And really that wants to be up flush here, really. No, it doesn't, because the mic sticks up, doesn't it? It's about right. It's on an elongated hole, so you could the bit that goes in here, it's got the brass insert in. You just screw it and then you can slide it around, or you can move it somewhere else if you want to. Right, so we've got 2 hours in. Let's just keep an eye on this. 1 hour 47 left. Yeah, it's got a bit of a track going on, but yeah, never mind. Right, so the mic holder. We've got a mic holder. Do we need all of that though? Yeah, because this adds stability to the back of the mic. If you just have the thing in there and no body, it'll just swing around like this. I mean, it'll go this way instead of just... So that needs to be there to provide some stability. So we could ignore this and put a brass insert into the side of there. I'd have to print another one out, or I'd have to drill it and maybe on the next one put a hole in for this, or I was hoping to utilise this actually. Yeah, I think I like the idea of that, but so what do we do? I can't bevel, so if I bevel this back to this angle and that, you could go one way or the other. Just noticed something. Right, so I suppose it could come further back over here, couldn't it? No, I thought it was part of the vent, but there is no vent there. Right, so if it was further back, it could go further back there. And if it was upright, no, it doesn't look right when it's upright, does it? Hang on. No, it needs to. It almost needs to go with that fixing, really. Yeah, the side fixing. Needs to go with the side fixing. See, you've got that fixing there that holds the rig, but I don't want that to be anything to do with that fixing. You'd have to put a longer screw in, and it's an M4. I suppose you could do that, and you could put it to where you want, but you need a bigger... Yeah, we could put the opposite of this in, so it would hold in. But you'd have to have a longer fixing. I don't like the idea of longer fixings, because the rig, you're only supposed to go in 6mm. If somebody starts screwing a longer fixing in, then you could destroy your board if you're screwing into something. So no, we'll keep it away from that. Keep it away from that. So it's got to go in this slot. Now I either angle it there and make it sit like that, and make another one. I suppose we could make another one. And you have to put the one in that the right way. Right, I don't know. So if I draw a line there, that's it, and I grab it, cut it, and paste it in place. So we need to cut that down like that. Can that be done like that? Is that not easy? Okay, so it's not absolutely, yeah, probably be alright. It's a bit of a... It's on the kink, see? So I suppose we could look at it from above in parallel projection and we can get it absolutely right, I suppose. Right, let's try it again. That's close enough. So we do that, and we've got to somehow chop that out of there. Chop it out or space it off. That's an idea. What about if we space it off? Well, it's got nothing sturdy then, is it? Noise, that's all you can give us. Bit of noise. That's all we get off that channel, bit of noise. Right, so we could lose the back of that. Yeah, we could just we'd have to fasten it. So these don't have to be sticking out, they could be just a runner down here. In fact, that could just pop into there, couldn't it? I don't know. Right, let's not do what we were going to do there then. Let's change the mind about that. Right, let's grab hold of this. Not that. Let's grab hold of this frame here. Paste it in place. Let's have a look what we've got here. So we've got partial. I suppose we could make it longer if we have to. We could do that. Okay. And that's just right up there, isn't it? Okay, so we could use that. Let's do that. I was hoping to use the one to swing around, but we might have to make a different one. So undo paste, paste in place, hide the rails, go into here. Oh, I could do with measuring it first. 9.5 plus whatever that is, don't know. So say it's 1 mil, so 11.5. So let's just bring that down by 10 mil. Let's say 10 mil. No, 9.5, 10.5, 10.5. So we've got an extra mil there. I suppose that could be dropped down, couldn't it? Alright, let's drop this down a bit. Down, we go down. Which way? Yeah, that's. Oh, we only want a little bit of a ridge on it, don't we? So let's just move it down. 0.5. What's that like? That's okay, but it's still not in. Alright, let's get this and go another mil. Bring this down. 1 mil. What's that like? Yep, that'll do. And now we've got to bring this down by a similar amount. I don't know how far. Was it 2 mil? Was it 2 mil? No, it wasn't 2 mil. No, it wasn't 2 mil. Okay. We want to come down by, maybe it's only 1 mil. Right, so that line should be, no, it's still out by something or other. 0.5 mil. Let's go a bit more. Is that line? Yeah, that's it. Right, so that's that sorted. We want a bit of an indent. How am I going to print this? Alright, let's get that part of the model. Okay, so we've got that. I could bring it out this way a bit. We don't need much. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5 enough? Not really. 0.25. 0.75. There we go. That's it. Right, so that's that. It's still going to be a problem. I still haven't addressed the problem down here. Right, so let's get rid of the front and back bevel. So we want a no, that's not right. Trying to find the edge. Is that it? Maybe that's it. Is that it? Could be. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing, really. Let's have a look. Oh, it's my front coming along nicely. Hopefully. Let's just save that. Right, so how are we going to do this? Yeah, so we want a V on the back. Tell you what, we only need. Yeah, we don't need. Does that need to be? Right, I'm going to go for an interim, I'm back in a bit. How do? Right, it's all going a bit weird, this is. So we've got the right shape. We've got the right shape for the slot, but we're going a bit wild on this. Going a bit wild on this, and the whole thing needs to move up. Whatever that size is there. .5 look. Okay. That just sits in the recess there. We need to get rid of these angles. Yeah, so I need to get rid of the angles. That recessed bit, make sure it doesn't slide up and down. And do we put a brass thing in the back of it and screw from the back? Not sure, we'll sort that out in a minute. Right, let's get this right first. So what we've got to do is take off the bevel. Let's take off the bevel as easy as possible. Okay, so the bevel stops there. So what do we need to do now? Easier said than done, taking off the bevel. Right. I have no clue how to take this bevel off. Let's just take it off. So the bevel is off, sort of. So we need to, yeah, bring that up. Join that over there. Join that there, and then we can just bring up push that up to there. Is that gonna be okay, or is it wrecked? No, it's wrecked it. Right, why has that wrecked that? That's weird, isn't it? Strange. Oh, probably because I need to do that and then do that. There we go. That's it. Right, that'll do for now there. See if there's anything else hiding. No, nothing hiding. Right, so we got rid of that. We need to get rid of the... I've got the same going on the bottom. So, what do we do about the bottom? Well, we can just... Okay, I'll get rid of the bevel on the bottom. Okay, so the bottom's gone. So just fill that in there. Bring that back up. I don't know how far it was, say 1 mil. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, so we've got rid of the bevel at the bottom. Now we've got ugliness going on here, so I suppose we best get rid of this bevel as well. Yeah, let's get rid of that bevel as well. That's not easy. It could be easier if I just do that. And do the same here. Okay, so have I got rid of the bevel? I have. I just need to bring that up to there. Has that messed it up? It hasn't, has it? Let's try again. No, it hasn't messed it up at all. Let's get rid of that. And there's some lines to get rid of here. Is that it? Yeah. That's right. Okay. Right, so we've got 2 bits of flat now. So now we need to put angles on it. So we can grab our angle. Okay, let's come out of this X-ray mode. So we need to drop that angle onto the surface like that. Okay, and get rid of the excess. We need to slice that all the way down like that. Okay, so we've got that ergonomically fitting part. Have we got, how much mil have we got here? 9 mil, so there's plenty of mil for a brass insert there. And you can just screw it on from the back with a washer. Screw it on the back with a washer, maybe. Maybe you can do that. Let's just have a look at how it fits now. Fits exactly perfectly. Yeah, okay. It is obscuring this hole somewhat. So you've got to screw that on. And still get to this fixing, which is not gonna happen as it is. I wouldn't have thought, but you might be able to. So there's a problem. So it needs to be able to be put on before and still get access to that. How do we do that though? That's a shame. So you put your fixing in. Can you get your screwdriver past there? You probably can actually, but yeah, I don't like the look of it. You could probably get to that, or do we cut it out? Don't know. I don't like the look of that. That's a shame. It's a shame. I want to keep that because that is really great the way it works. So we need to keep that idea. Do we cut that out? I'll just leave it. Right. So if we're going to put the pin through here, then on the back, it needs something this end to go in here. Just something with a collet, and it'll need to have a brass insert. I'm not a fan of that at all. Is there another way of doing this? What about if she? Oh, you got this to worry about as well. This screw. I was just thinking if you push the plastic, just push a block in and it just fits in. And you could easily fit it there as well. I don't know. Need a clever way of fitting that. It's great like it is, but it needs to. How do you make it fasten in? Push it in and clip on, maybe. There's no space. There is no space for that. Oh, there is. You've got this space here. So, I mean, you're not going to exactly yank the microphone, are you? You're going to hang it up. And that's it. You're going to take it off. You're going to put it on. Take it off. Put it on, take it off. You're not going to force it out. So long as it clips into place. Maybe you don't need a fixing then. Got a recess, and then you could fit it anywhere along here. It's worth a try. One less fixing. So you need some springiness off the back. Now, how do you print that springiness? Because we've got all the detail. This end, we're going to be printing it. Probably from the floor up, yeah. And could you then do spring clips? Yeah, you could do. Okay, so let's just grab this bit. grab the top of that. That's the depth. Paste that in place, and so that's the bit that needs to clip in. So if I say how big, 2.5 mil, 2 mil, 1.5, 2.5, 2.5 mil. Okay, so we've got the 2.5 mil. So we've got that. So that's the start of your clip. Then we need to needs to be sprung loaded and clip over. So you'd need another one out of there. How much? 1 mil? 1 mil. Right, okay. So you got your 1 mil, so you don't need your hole. So you don't need a hole at all. It might not work, but we can always reprint this one. So we're not having a fixing hole. We're just going to push it on and clip it in. And you can clip it anywhere you want. Right, so I've done a clip before the other day. What did I do the other day that needed a clip? Oh yeah. Yeah, I've done a clip. Right, so it needs to go up to there. So we need to bring that up to there. Right, we've lost something. That's okay, we can put it back, I think. Yeah. So we've got all that's one thing now that pushes in. That's the surface it needs to clip onto. But it needs to be springiness. Yeah, it needs to be split up so it clips in. So from the base they need to be able to be sprung. So if you're gonna have it sprung, and that's your 2.5 mil thickness, yeah. We don't need this then. That needs to be gone. So yeah, it needs to be gone down to the floor. So we need okay, so we need that down to there. Okay, that's it. So does that need, yeah, it needs to be hollow so these can be free to move and snap in place. Okay, so I don't need to view it in X-ray anymore. Right, let's do a save. So that's the edge, so we need a thickness on it. Yeah, we need a thickness on it, so let's do a thickness. Or do we chop it up first? Let's chop it up first. So we need yeah, I don't think we need the upper bit and the lower bit. Oh, that's not right. Hang on. Is that right? That's not even right, is it? Oh, it could be. Right, okay. Okay. Right, so that... Yeah, we don't need the top to clip in. It doesn't need to spread out there. It's just the sides that need to clip in. Yeah, so clip the sides in, so the bottom doesn't need to be either. Right, so this doesn't need to be yet. It's got to be flexible enough to pop in and snap in place. And you have to give it a good tug to get it back out again. So if you do knock it, it just pops out. Okay, so then these are the lugs. So I need to do, that's okay as it is there. I need to chop these up. Needs to have a thickness. Let's say 2.5 mil. I'll leave that bit. So say this 2.5 mil on that. 2.5 mil on that. Then a wedge. A bit of a wedge. Like that. And okay, so we've got our wedge, but we need to chop it up so it pushes in like that. That's it. I like the idea of that. It won't push in at the minute, it's too rigid. It needs to be chopped up so it's got some flexibility. Hello, cat. Right. Okay. Let's just see if it lines up with the other bit. Yeah. So you need to be able to push the two in and then they spring in into place. Oh, that won't spring in. Oh, it will. Yeah, that can do that. Yeah. Okay. That might work. Let's see what's going on with this one. Oh, it's built it up now, look. I hope it isn't folding the sides up. Could be trying to pull the sides up. Yeah, it looks like it's coiling it. It does that if you don't build it, and if you build it in this different way, it starts lifting up. But yeah, well, we'll have to tilt it or something, do something else with it. Right, so this needs chopping. So if we keep the regime going, it's 2.5 mil. Is that enough? Yeah. I'll keep chopping it up 2.5 mil. We'll have a gap. We'll have a 2.5 mil gap. Needs to be able to articulate a bit. Oh, that's a shame. It's slightly offset. So what we'll do then? One's going to have to be bigger than the other one. Make the bigger one. Let's go halfway. About there, isn't it? And do. Let's keep it symmetrical if we can. And halfway. Okay, so we've got that. We need to chop it up now. So we're going to chop that up. I'll just chop them across there for now. Start from the bottom. Right, what have we got? We've got something. Let's get rid of all these lines. So you just push it in wherever you want it. No fixing required. Okay, so we've got to get rid of some of the fittings. Right, let's get rid of these. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Same again. We're almost there, we're almost there. I better finish up in a bit. I'll just get this ready. At least I haven't got to modify the rack I've got already. I can just clip it on. I haven't got to reprint those racks or nothing. And I haven't got to take the rig apart. I can just do it all from here, just push it on. It should be able to stay on, so we need to eliminate some of this stuff now. We need to split it all the way down. Yeah, we're going to have to split it all the way down. There's no end to the madness. Yeah, because it needs to be able to have some articulation in it to get past the fact that it's fitting into something that's smaller than it. Alright, let's carry on. It's a laborious task. What I'm going to do is get rid of every other one to give it some room. Right, what's that look like? It's okay, apart from the underneath, it's not done. Bloody hell. Could be here forever doing this. Yeah, could be here forever. Should have done a copy and paste and a flip, really. Sometimes it's easier just to do the mundane. Well, it's not really easy, it's just dumb. Should have do it the clever way. Which the clever way is this way, look. See, and I've selected the wrong one, but all I've got to do is do that. That's the clever way, right. So I'll do that. I'll do one, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's an odd amount there, isn't there? Right, okay, let's do one here and duplicate it by 5. Try and use the brain we were given. Try to use the brain you were given. Right, so I go like that, and we'll go times 4. There you go. Oh, I've missed one. Should have done times 5. Let's speed this up a bit. Alright. I can't do times because I'm going to end up. So if I do it now, times 4. Oh, I've still missed one. I never learn from my mistakes. I should have done times 5. Right. Okay, so we've got them all chopped up. According to that, we've got them chopped up. So, in order for them to be sprung loaded, we've got to delete some of them. How do we delete it? Just like that. And it's better if we could push it down, really. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to push it down because it's an odd angle. So we're going to have to fill these up. Like that. Another laborious task. Okay, so I suppose what we could do is not sure. Let's just get rid of these. I'll have to do it manually, I think. So we've got some prongs that can clip in. That's the idea. They print them out. Oh yeah. Did we want to get rid of all of that, or just some of it? It's got to be able to move from the bottom up. Right, and how are we going to print that out? How it's going to be printed this way up? God, that's never going to be able to happen, is it? Never going to be able to. If it prints it that way up, it needs to be print flat. I can't print this bit flat. Almost wants to be made in 2 different parts and clipped together, but yeah. Who knows? Oh, we're stuck there anyway. We're stuck onto that, so that wasn't good. Right, let's just... Okay, so we're back to there. So that's the one that needs to go missing. But I've got to be able to print it. It's going to have some infill. If you've got infill, you've got to scrape it off and make sure it fits. And it ain't going to want to fit, is it? It ain't going to want to fit, so... rethink this slightly. What's going on with this? 58 minutes left. $58 minutes left, going for 2 hours 51. It's 9 o'clock. No drop frames. Amazing. Right. Ooh. Right, let's have a think. It's got to be printed up right, so we could put a ramp up to it. Will it print that in mid-air? You might have to snap some stuff off it. Oh, I'll tell you what, we don't have to have it all the way down there now. We haven't got a bevel. So that could just as well be brought down level, couldn't it? Level with that. Top doesn't matter so much. So that could be brought up level with that. But then you'll have to print. As it's printing here, do that. That could build it up. It sticks out quite far. Right, it's not going to be good. To do this kind of thing, that needs to be printed that way around. But if you print it that way around, you could do this. You could probably do the edge slightly, but this bit in the middle, how are you going to do this? Could it do it? No, it couldn't do an overhang, could it? It'd have to have waffle in it. It'd look awful on the microphone. Right, so it's the trouble, isn't it? You start going off on a tangent. I was just going to put... I still had the problem of printing that out now. Oh, initially it was only going to be a little bit of a ridge, wasn't it, to hold it in position. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, so this is not going to work. This bit. Right, so that's not going to work. How far back can I go? How far back? Is that the full extent of the buffer? No. That is. Yeah. Okay, so that's the full extent of the buffer used up. Right, so Right. I have these bad ideas sometimes. Bad ideas. They look good off the back, but then they're not brilliant. They're not good ideas in the end. Not good ideas. Okay, so all we can do here is come out about 0.75 of a mil. So that's right, that's it. So we come out 0.75 and we're sticking to there, and we've got to somehow fasten it into there. So we have a brass bush and we just screw it in. Yeah, I can do that. That I can do. But you need something this end to go over here. Something to go over here. It just needs to be something like a washer and a thing. A fitting. Right, okay, let's try it again. Copy that. Okay, paste it in place. There it is. Copy and paste. Flip along. Oh, you can't flip it. You can rotate it though. Okay, so we've got a thing. Needs to overlap somewhat. How far? What's going on here? Why is that offset slightly? Oh, it is offset. That's weird. Oh, I didn't snap to the... I never did it properly. What's it doing now? Let's zoom in. Okay. That's better. So that's the thing, and we need to measure from there to there, 2.5 mil. Or do we make it square? No, we want to be able to move it around, so 2.5 mil. So make it a component. Oh, look what we've done. Selected part of that model. Make it a component. Put a line off it. It seems to have disappeared. What's going on? Right, so we need a 2.5 mil off it. Okay, we've got our 2.5 mil. It needs to have a thickness. Let's just say it's, I don't know. Say it's 5 mil. 5 millimeters. Right, what's it look like against the rig? It touches the rig, that's fine. Alright, so the left hand carrier, it's flush with the carrier. It needs to have an indent. So how are we going to do this? There's other brass inserts go on the other side. So we need a 3 mil hole, so 1.51, an M3 hole down to there. Oh, what's happened? Oh, I see. .51. No, has that not got a surface? It has got a surface. Oh, I know what's up with it. It's not in the model. Right, push that through to there, and now we want a recess. That's 3. It needs to go at least another 5. At least another 2 mil. 2 mil. And we should have a 5 mil something. 7 mil. That's a lot. So we've got 3 mil. We need to go 1 mil. Oh god, what have I done? What have I done? 1 mil. What's that give us? 5.02. Okay, need to go a little bit more. 1.25, that should do it. That'll do. Right, so we'll drop that down. What's the size of this? 5 mil. Well, that is the size of the head. We'll have to use a different on these flat heads. Okay, so we'll go down 2.5. Right, so that'll sit in there. 2.5. Is that what this head is? Yeah, we can get rid of one of those in there. Alright, so we've got this thing. I don't know what it is, but we've got it. I've got that. It sits in there. And you put your screw in it. And you've got to have your screw the other side. That needs to be dropped down. to the surface. Okay, so that's where the hole needs to go, which needs to be 4.65 divided by 2.325. 2.325, and that should give me, that's it, 65 mil. And I've got to push that down 5 mil. That's it. And we want a bit of a 0.5 on it to make it easy to push the brass insert in and melt it in. Okay. Right, that's it then. So what does that look like? There's a gap here, so that needs to be, how are we going to do that? We've got a gap. Oh, I know. We'll have to just, right, okay. So we want a copy of this. Or just that maybe. Paste it in place. Probably had that already. Right, so we've got that there. And that needs to be 5 mil, so we can just delete that and put that on there. 2.5 mil. So we've got our 5 mil. We don't know how deep it is, so we've got to find out. It's getting a bit laborious. What's the depth? 4.25, is that right? Yeah, 4.25. Something doesn't look right there. What doesn't look right? That's not 5 mil, that's 10 mil. Oh, I know. Should have done different. Should have done the angle's no good. Keeps referencing the wrong thing. 5 mil. There we go. It needs to be 4.25. That's okay, because we can then lower this right down now. Alright, so we've got 4.25 and 5 mil, so 9.25. 9.25, it needs to be 3 mil, 2.5 mil. So 9.25 minus 2.5 mil, 7. 6.75. So what size is that? 2.5, that'll do. So the head of the hex bolt is well away from the metal of the chassis, and this doesn't need to be that big now, does it? 5mm. No, we don't need it 5mm, so we can reduce that by 2.5mm, and we should still have enough to hide the head. 4.25. Okay, so we'll come back up 0.75. So we've got 5mm, that'll do. Right, okay, so we've got that bolt there. A brass insert, so we need to retrieve a brass insert from somewhere. Let's see what's going on over here. It's doing alright. It's probably lifted the corners. Looks like the whole thing's moving, doesn't it? No, it's okay. 37 minutes on that one. So the mic holder, we've got a way of doing it. I just need to bring in a brass insert from, let's open another instance of SketchUp Make 2017. So we've got the horizontal mic holder, well, we haven't got the vertical mic holder yet. But you might want to, yeah, that's the point. You might want to transition it from horizontal to vertical at the same time. You might want to just put it on the dash and then put it down by the floor pan in the car. So the mic would need to rotate 45 degrees without falling out. So there is that to it. Oh well. Right, so we want something with a brass insert in it. The antenna rotator had a brass insert in. Let's get one out of there. Let's just find a brass insert. Should be, oh, there's even a bolt and a brass insert. That'll do. Right, I'll copy that. And paste. Right, so we've got something here. It's almost the right way as well. That's good, isn't it? It's almost the right way. Let's stick it down here. Probably going to need X-ray mode. Is that right? Yeah, roughly. Needs to be dropped down. Let's say it needs to go, I don't know, 5mm. Is that too much? Yeah, it's too much. Bring it back. Undo. Needs to go, let's just say 4mm. Is that any good? Close. Is it? It's close, isn't it? Yeah. It is close. Yep, it's close. That's it. Right, okay. So you've got your brass insert in there. You melt that in that end. And you put that around the back and fasten it in. So that's one way of doing that one. But it'd be nice if it could rotate round and do the other. Say, when you stand this up on end, like, hang on. If you stand that up like that, that needs to swing round down. That's the idea, but anyway. So that would fit there. Now can I make it swing round? Not with that insert. So that holds it upright. And you can move it anywhere along there. And if you have it upright, the mic's going to fall out. That needs to rotate with it probably. Or we make another one. But like I say, you're not gonna swap it. Oh well, I'm gonna just stick with that, I think. I'll stick with that for now. Right, let's print that out then. Let's smooth that. Has that got the hole? Yeah, it's got the hole, everything with it. Smooth it, export it as a mic holder. It's a mic holder, and it's the holder. Then you've got the really, that should have a bit of an indent on it. Jumping the gun a bit here, okay. I suppose that can just stay flat there, I think. Yeah, that can just stay flat. Right, that's it. So let's smooth it and export it. It's the mic holder, mic holder fastener. Okay. Right, so yeah. Let's bring it all back together. We've got no colours on this yet. Does it matter? Probably not. Right, bring back the rig, the right hand rail, upper and lower, and the dust cover. That's it then. So we've done what the thumbnail said. We've done the thumbnail. We've got our mic holder. You can put the mic holder there, or this side, or around there. Yeah, you put your mic holder wherever you want your mic holder. What you can't do with it is put it up that way. So if your rig's like stood up like that, can I go different angles now? No, so if it's like that, your mic will fall out. Anyway, let's just zoom into that. That's it. So it's a strong thing. I'll just quickly show you the actual thing in case anybody wants to see it. We haven't got that yet. So right, that's printing away. Another 28 minutes. That's a shame. You'll have to see that on the next stream, I think. And I'll print the mic holder and get that finished and mounted. But have a quick look at the actual what we've got so far. It's a beauty. So we've got fixing holes to mount it to a shelf. We've got fixing holes underneath the same bracket upside down. You don't really need the both, but I suppose it doesn't matter. You've got clearance all the way around for airflow, and you can stand it upright like that. What I was trying to do is make the mic so you could have the mic holder clip into there like that. So it's on your shelf, you just clip it on there. Or if you have it upright in your car, you could just clip it there. So yes, you can do it, but it'll probably pop out. So anyway, so at some point this has got to be mounted up here under the shelf like that with the other one. And so I've gone ahead and printed another insert, and that's I'll go poke the ends out yet, but that'll be mount like that and push the thing together. Anyway, that's basically it. So let's have a look. So we've got a few minutes left on that. Well, 26 minutes. I'll print the mic out. Still time before bedtime. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm out of here. Let me just check. We did the thumbnail, front dust cover and mic holder. Yeah, we've done it. And there's the thing. It's pretty good. So I'll show you on number 3. Okay, that's me gone. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Let's just say 73. And catch you on the next one. Bye bye.
Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler. Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.